Jack, are you done with work for today? Did you find out when you come back home?
Yep, they told me. On the 20th of next month. I won't make it out for our anniversary. I'm sorry, Lena.
I see. I was afraid you wouldn't be back in time.
I'm really sorry. I'll make it up with something big when I come back. You can look forward to a nice present.
Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. But I don't mind. I know it's work. I know it was hard for you to suddenly be away on business for so long. I'll make lots of your favorite foods for dinner when you come back.
Thanks. I'm really missing your cooking, Lena. I thought we could relax a bit after we finished doing up the new house. This business trip was so sudden.
But you got promoted, so maybe it was for the best.
Well, I did get lucky. Vince was supposed to go instead of me.
His wife was ill, so he pulled out, right? How awful.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him. He's the best out of us. But if it's him, I'm sure he'll outrank me soon.
Don't be giving up so easy.
By the way, what's Carla doing?
She's in her room. She's studying hard for her finals.
She's very responsible. When I was in high school, I'd just cram on the day before.
She's a serious child, and she has goals for the future.
Hey, maybe I'll interrupt her with a text.
Quit it. She's just going to be annoyed at you.
Nah, Carla's a good kid. She wouldn't ignore her dad.
She won't be a kid forever. Don't actively try to make her dislike you.
All right. But we haven't spoken lately, so I should shoot her a message. I'm sure she wants to speak to me too.
Really? Just don't pester her too much.
I know. I'll be in touch another time. Oh, and make me a list if you want any souvenirs.
Okay. You'll be finished soon. Hang in there.
Carla, got a minute? Still studying?
Hey, Dad, what is it? I just finished dinner.
I see. I just need to discuss something with you.
Discuss? What's up?
I want to surprise Mom for our anniversary next month. I want your help.
Mom told me that you're coming back on the 20th. Was that a lie?
Yup. I like to surprise her occasionally.
You really love Mom, don't you? Fine, I'll help you. Thanks, Carla. When you come back, you'd better increase my allowance.
Oh, fine. First, can you find out what Mom wants? If you could give me 3 possibilities, that would be great.
Got it. I'll ask her subtly.
I'm glad I have a daughter I can rely on. I'm counting on you.
Carla, you're not home, are you? Nope, I'm not home. I just finished my last class before my finals. I'm heading home now. Oh, right. The lesson with the tutor. Yep. I'm actually in your room right now, Carla. There was a leak, and the rain was coming through. A leak? Really? Our house is new, right? Maybe they messed up the construction. Maybe. So I called the construction company, and they sent someone to take a look. But I don't know if the lock was faulty. It looks like we're trapped in the room. So could you come home quickly and open the door for us? Well, okay. I wonder if I can open it, though. There must be something stuck on the outside, so can you check? If not, we'll think of something else. Got it. And I got a strange text from Dad. What strange text? It just said goodbye. I responded, but it's left on unread. Can you get a hold of him? He's with me right now. Huh? What do you mean? Dad just came to pick me up in his car. He said he was at the house earlier, but you didn't see him? Are you sure he didn't send it to the wrong person? Wait a second. Why are you with Dad? Oops. Oh, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. Carla, what do you mean? Is Dad back home? Huh? Oh, well, you know, it's your anniversary, right? Dad said he was going to surprise you. Mom, are you sure you were at home? No way. Carla, what's Dad saying? You need to tell him to text me back. Carla? Hey, why have you stopped responding too? Oh, please, this is a misunderstanding. Jack, let me explain.
What? Explain what exactly?
Look, about Vince. It's not what you think. Please, you have to believe me.
What are you talking about? I heard everything about what you were doing. I have audio recordings.
Oh, it just happened on that one day. We weren't serious about it. It just sort of happened.
But you were being unfaithful, right? Do you think it makes it any better if it was just once? Not only were you low enough to bring him into our house, but into Carla's room? What's wrong with you?
I didn't mean anything by that.
Didn't mean anything? Is that so? Vince was saying how he got excited by seeing you in Carla's clothes. It didn't sound like just once. And what are you doing bringing our daughter's clothes into this mess? Oh, it makes me sick.
I was lonely. Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize from the bottom of my heart.
Just tell me the whole truth. When did this start between you and Vince?
After you went away on business.
Wrong. It was before then.
It's the truth. It was just while you were away from home.
Don't lie. You've been in touch with each other since the first time I brought Vince home, haven't you? I've been at the company 10 years, right? Huh, I'm impressed.
You knew? But you still asked?
Yeah. I wanted to see if you really felt any remorse. It doesn't seem like it at all.
Vince is the one who hit on me. He started it. And it was someone you trusted, so I couldn't bring myself to tell you.
So you're blaming me?
It happened once, then I couldn't tell you. I knew it would upset you, Jack.
What are you saying? It hurts me more that you didn't confess. You've been seeing my coworker for 10 years.
Well, that was around the first time it happened, but we didn't meet for a while. A few years ago, I happened to see him downtown. He wanted to talk to me about his sick wife. And that's how it started again. But we were both doing it on the side. We were never serious about it.
I don't care if you were doing it on the side. The fact that you did it at all disgusts me.
I have needs too. It's normal to want to be desired, even at my age. Men have strip clubs and things to let loose. But women aren't allowed to have fun sometimes.
I've never been to places like that. Anyway, you're comparing apples to oranges. You were sleeping with my coworker. You were having an affair, plain and simple.
Jack, you and Carla are my everything. This whole thing didn't mean anything, so I want you to forgive me. I think I've been punished enough.
Punished enough?
You put a plank in front of Carla's door so it wouldn't open. Just when I thought I was being let out, you had my parents over. My dad just gave up on me, and my mom was bawling her eyes out. I'm having to stay at a hotel because they disowned me.
Of course, though. That's how badly you screwed up. I can't believe you tried to get Carla to open the door for you. Trying to pass Vince off as someone from the construction company? What's wrong with you?
I'm really sorry for what I did, and I regret it. Nothing like this will ever happen again. So please, just let me home. You're right, it's never happening again. Because I'm getting a divorce. You won't ever be able to betray me again. Calm down. How many years do you think we've been married? Carla's still in high school. She'll be devastated if we get divorced right now.
Carla is already devastated.
Huh? You told her?
Of course. You were using her room for your affair, so I had to explain. I didn't tell her all the details, but she's at an age where she understands the big picture.
Oh, you're awful. How could you talk to our child about something like that?
You're the one who's awful. I didn't want to have to explain it to Carla either. But I couldn't just let her sleep in there without knowing what happened there. That wouldn't be fair to her.
It's not as if we made a mess.
Enough. Just stop it. Stop saying things like that. I think I'm gonna puke. I spoke to Carla. We decided to sell the house. That's how much you've hurt us.
But we just bought it. We spent so much on the kitchen. You can't sell it.
Then maybe you'll buy it.
No, I just mean, I want us to live there together again. Jack, I want to stay by your side and make it up to you and Carla.
I'm sorry, but that's not happening. Carla and I don't want you by our side. And that's why we're getting divorced.
I've worked so hard to support the two of you.
We know that. But that's not enough reason for us to forgive you. We're not changing our minds.
Well, what happens to Carla's custody if we divorce? Normally, it would be 50-50, right?
No, because Carla's almost an adult. She's old enough that they value her own wishes above anything else.
So she's going to live with you?
That's what she says she wants.
Please, no. We're getting divorced and Carla will be taken away from me? Why did I even bother being a stay-at-home mom?
That's what I want to know. There's something that you prioritized over us, right? I wonder what we even meant to you.
You two mean the world to me. I'll admit that I was wrong this time, so come on, please. Let's fix this.
You'll admit that you were wrong this time? Even after all of this, you're not really sorry, are you? It's a little late now, but our values are completely different. I can't stay with somebody who would have an affair in my daughter's room while wearing her clothes.
So what should I do now? I've been a housewife. I haven't been working for years. How can I support myself?
That's your problem. I'll bleed you and Vince dry by suing you for emotional damages. We'll keep our future contact through my lawyer. Neither me nor Carla wants to see you again.
Oh, I can't believe this. It makes me feel stupid for having supported you two for so long.
That's what I should be saying. I loved you and trusted you, but you betrayed me.
Jack, my heart always belonged to you. and I had yours and Carla's best interests in mind. It was just physical with Vince, so you have no right to judge.
If you really had our best interests in mind, you wouldn't have cheated. You were only thinking about yourself.
Oh, I've had enough. I'm tired. I'll get married to Vince.
What?
He always said he wanted to leave his sick wife. He's better looking and smarter than you two. I don't need a family that abandons me.
I guess you didn't know the truth either.
Huh? The truth? What do you mean?
Vince's wife isn't sick. I went to tell her about her husband's affair, but she was fit as a horse. She was always a feisty woman. Afterwards, she gave Vince a real earful.
What?
The real reason he declined the business trip was just because he didn't want to go to the countryside. I told our boss about the affair and his lies. Vince was apologizing profusely.
Are you kidding? Vince told me that he had depression. He said he needed to unwind, so that's why I did what I did.
He was probably trying to lure you in by making you pity him. Not that I know.
He said he wanted to leave her. He even said he wished he could be with me.
Who knows what Vince is thinking? But they said they're not getting a divorce. Vince's wife said she's going to use him as a walking ATM forever. Looks like he wasn't able to argue with her.
Look, why don't we try to fix our relationship too?
Did you just bang your head? Your opinions keep constantly changing. Your words hold no weight.
I'm sorry. I really regret what I did. I'll do anything, so please forgive me.
I don't trust anything you say anymore. You were probably just having fun with me as well, right?
Please don't say that. I really can't live alone. I haven't worked a day since we got married. There's nothing I could do for work.
That's not true. There's one thing you're really good at.
What is it? Oh, do you mean cooking?
It's something that uses your body. It seems like you don't have trouble doing it with just anyone. After that, Lena didn't accept the divorce for a while. But the situation wasn't in her favor. She just dragged out the process, but she couldn't escape the divorce forever. She tried to get custody of Carla to no avail. She even tried to ambush Carla and take her away by force. But Carla managed to run away and call the police. In the end, we got a restraining order on Lena. It seemed that being told, "You're not my mother" by Carla directly shocked her. She immediately became cooperative with the divorce proceedings after that. I hear she's now being chased up on her payments for emotional damages, which I sued her for. I don't know what she's doing for work now, but my former in-laws said it's better I don't know. Maybe she's making use of the skills she gained over the years. Vince was demoted and stationed in the countryside, which is exactly the kind of place he was trying to avoid in the first place. He caused a real mess by lying to get out of the business trip and the affair with a coworker. He'll probably never be allowed back to the main office. I think he'll be working hard as his wife's ATM for the rest of his life. Carla and I sold the house and moved into an apartment that's a better fit for two people. Even though this must have been hard for Carla, she stayed strong, and she's even been there to support me. She's such a kind kid, so I'll make sure she never gets hurt like this again. I'm not sure how much I can do for her as a single father with full-time work, but I'll put her interests first and give her the best life I can. After all, I have no family to care for other than my daughter now.
Gus, are you at work today? It doesn't look like Chantel's home either.
Yes, I'm at work today, Tia. Chantel's gone out for ice cream cake with her friends.
Ice cream cake? That's a little fancy for a 10-year-old. Does she even have the money for that?
I'm giving her a monthly allowance. Did you just wake up, Tia?
Is there anything to eat at home? I'm hungry.
There's sandwiches in the fridge.
Yay! Ugh! There's lettuce in these. I hate lettuce.
You're always drinking and not getting vitamins. Having some lettuce isn't going to kill you.
Anything green is disgusting. I can't stomach it. Isn't there anything else?
I made some pumpkin soup and a spinach salad.
Oh, what is with this bland menu? It's all stuff an old granny would make. Don't you have something a little heartier? Like beef or fried chicken?
I make it all on my days off. After I come home from work, I'm too tired to make anything that takes too much time.
You should do it. For me. You're the pillar that supports the family. I want things like cheesy pasta bakes or omelets.
Don't be so fussy like a kid. Chantel's so much more mature. She'll eat anything without complaining.
I'm tired from work. I want to eat something rich after a hard day of earning money.
Maybe your sense of taste is dulled from all the booze you drink at night.
What, are you trying to insult me?
Didn't you say you'd stop working your night job once we got married? You always work night shifts, so you barely get to spend time with the family. Sometimes you bring customers from your job in front of the house after work. It's a bad influence on Chantel. So honestly, I'd prefer you stop.
Are you saying that I should stop working at the gentleman's club? You're discriminating me for my job.
I don't have any prejudice against that kind of work. Before we got married, I went to gentlemen's clubs and had a good time. I liked the people who worked there too.
You know that my work is everything to me. Do you realize how hard it is to maintain #1 popularity at an old establishment like mine?
It's just that you have said you would quit, but you haven't. It's not a good career choice for the long term. You can't do this forever.
See, you do have prejudice against this line of work.
Fine, I won't tell you to quit. But you should make an effort to spend a little more time with Chantel. You almost never go to her school events. I'm sure she's sad that you're not there for her.
But I can't be bothered. I sleep in the afternoon. You always go instead of me, Gus. I don't think I need to go.
But I think Chantel would prefer you over me. I don't think she's completely used to me yet. She hasn't really accepted me as her new father yet.
That's not true. She's had enough time to get used to you. It's been 5 years since we got married.
But Chantel's never called me Dad, not even once. I just don't think she feels completely comfortable around me. I think her real mother would be better.
Are you sure?
Next week, Chantel has her school play. You have to go.
I know.
Are you sure it's okay? I'm worried.
I made a promise to Chantel. Even I wouldn't be mean enough to break a promise to my child.
If you say so. Just don't disappoint Chantel.
Gus, what should I do?
What's up, Chantel? It's your school play today, right? Are you still at home?
Mom won't wake up. I won't make it to the play at this rate.
Oh no. Did you try talking to her loudly? Or shaking her?
I tried shaking her, but she won't wake up. It seems like she's drunk. Oh, she smells like booze. Even if she wakes up, we might not make it in time.
What time do you have to be there?
I have to be there by 9:30.
There's not much time. It might be difficult for Mom to make it. Why don't you just go take the school bus on your own for now?
Then I won't go to the play.
Huh? Why? It'd be a shame to miss it. You practice so hard, so let's go. You want to get on stage with your friends, right?
But I don't want to go alone. My friends will all have their families with them. I don't want to be the only one alone.
I see the problem now. I guess that makes sense. Then I'll go.
But you're busy at work today, aren't you?
I'll make it work. I'll just get them to let me out for the school play.
Are you sure you can do that?
Just a few hours will be fine. I'll go pick you up now, so get ready and wait for me.
You don't have to do all this for me, Gus.
It's not a big deal. It's fine, so just wait there at home.
Okay, got it. I'll be waiting.
I'm sorry I left without saying goodbye, Chantel. I had to get back to work. I was really moved by the finale, where everyone sang together.
You were crying, weren't you, Gus? I could see you.
Oh, you saw. How embarrassing. Are you still at school?
Yeah, I was talking to my friends.
Just get back home before dark.
Okay. I know you were busy with work, but you still came. Thank you for coming to see my play.
No problem. Honestly, I wanted to go see your school play anyway. It was last minute, but I'm glad I went.
I'm glad I went too. We all made posters together for the play, for memories.
Oh, that sounds nice. Do you want to go out for dinner to celebrate your play's success? Oh, but I guess Mom can't go.
I want to go. It's okay if Mom's not there. Let's just go with the two of us, Gus.
Are you sure?
Yep. Hey, Gus, there's something I want to tell you.
What is it, Chantel?
I know you're always careful about trying to include Mom in things, but I don't mind if Mom's not around. It's okay with just you and me, Gus.
Really? Don't you feel more comfortable around Mom?
Not really. I used to really like being around Mom before, but now I'm not so sure. Mom's always drunk. It just doesn't seem to care about me from what she says. I don't like her that much. And these days, I often see Mom walking around with some man I don't know. I really don't like that.
Those are customers from Mom's work. I do tell her that she should probably quit and find another job.
No, that's not it.
Huh?
I'm saying that it's not a customer. Because Mom and that man were kissing.
What? Kissing? When? Where?
About 2 weeks ago. When I left the house for school, I saw Mom kissing this man I didn't know. Oh, it was so gross.
I see. You really did see something gross. I'll warn Mom about that.
Then, will you divorce Mom, Gus?
I don't know that until I speak to her first.
If you two get divorced, I want to stay with you, Gus.
Really? Me? Is it really okay? I'm not your real dad.
But I think you're more of a parent to me than Mom is, Gus. You work, but you still do the cooking, the laundry, and the cleaning. You always remember when my school events are, too. So, I just want to say, thank you for supporting me through 5 years of school, Dad.
Dad? You're really okay with calling me that?
Calling you Dad feels right. You don't like it?
Of course I like it. I'm so touched.
Are you crying? You cry all the time.
I'm just really happy. This is the first time you've called me Dad, Chantel.
You're so happy that you're crying?
I've been trying my best with you for these last 5 years, but I wasn't sure if you felt close enough to me to consider me your parent. I'm so happy that you called me Dad. But you don't have to call me that just to be nice.
I'm not just being nice. I told you, right? Calling you Dad feels right.
Right. Anyway, I'm happy. Thank you, Chantel.
Hey, Dad. Why don't you just do what you want from now on?
What I want?
You're always just tolerating everything. Mom's always pushing the housework onto you, isn't she? And you can always abandon me if it's getting too much.
I've never thought about abandoning you, Chantel. And I never want to leave you.
But what about Mom?
Not sure right now.
You don't have to keep putting up with it. You don't have to work hard for her anymore.
Chantel, are you serious about wanting to live with me?
If I can, I'd like to.
Will you be happy without Mom?
I think so. Maybe I'd be happier without her.
All right. I'll think of the best way for you and me to be happy, Chantel.
Will I be able to stay with you, Dad? Please don't go anywhere. I don't want to be alone with Mom.
Yes, you'll be all right. I won't leave you, Chantel. Are you going to work now, Tia? Seems like you slept really well.
Yep, I overslept. Thanks for going to the school play. I'm really happy you were there instead for me, Gus.
I'm really glad I could go too. Now I'm going to draw the curtains on you.
Huh?
After the play, I had a chat with Chantel. She said I could do what I want. She noticed that I was just tolerating you.
What are you talking about? Tolerating? What about me exactly?
Everything. You always work nights and you don't contribute that much money. You leave all the housework and parenting to me, but you always complain. But if we divorce, Chantel will be stuck living with you.
What? Divorce?
That's why I hesitated about divorce, because I wouldn't want Chantel to suffer.
Exactly. Don't start saying such stupid things like divorce.
But Chantel said that if we divorced, she'd stay with me. She finally recognized me as her father. So now, I won't have any reservations about divorcing you.
Is that really true? She always just called you Gus. She treated you like a stepfather that she wasn't close to, rather than her father.
After the play, she called me Dad for the first time. Chantel said it's fine if I divorce you, and that she wants to live with me if we get divorced.
I'm Chantel's biological mother. There's no way she would say that she wants to leave me.
Chantel really didn't seem to hesitate about leaving you. You're not at home most of the time, so your absence probably wouldn't make much difference.
That's ridiculous. I'm working.
But I pay almost all of our living expenses. I do most of the housework and the parenting of Chantel. And there's something else you did that really disappointed her. Your embarrassing behavior made her feel even more distant from you.
You mean when I come back in the morning? I can't help it. It's that kind of job. Drinking to socialize is part of the job, too.
No, not that. You always bring customers in front of our house, right? I told you to stop that so many times.
Are you both angry at me about that? I have to treat customers special for my work. As a former customer, you get it, right?
Are they all really customers? Chantel says she saw you kissing a strange man in front of the house once.
What? How can you believe that's true? Seriously. You know kids and their imaginations.
I asked Chantel to describe the man she saw. He was a tall, pale man with a tiger tattoo on his arm. There was someone I knew who fit that description. The owner of your establishment goes out with that man, doesn't she?
No, this is all wrong. I wouldn't mess about with the owner's man.
That's true. If you were to do such a thing, you'd be in real trouble. If the owner found out, you'd be fired immediately.
Yes, I already know that. But I've been at that establishment for 20 years. I'm supporting that place with my popularity, so she can't fire me.
Oh no, she would. Any other employees encroaching on her man weren't so lucky. She was really ruthless when she dealt with them.
But I don't know what you're talking about anyway. I'm not cheating on you.
I've already told the owner about this.
What? What the hell are you doing?
She flew into a rage and grabbed her boyfriend's phone, then checked the contents. Then she found tons of evidence on his affair with you.
That's a lie. That's all made up.
It looked like you guys are real close. I had a little look at the text history, too. I felt sick. I bet that's how Chantel felt, too.
Did the owner say anything about me?
She said she was going to fire you. She doesn't care if you're the most popular worker. She said she won't forgive anyone who gets involved with her man.
Are you kidding? That's no good. I've been working at the same establishment for 20 years. Who else would even hire me? I'm too old to get hired new in this line of work.
Don't you have some connections from working in this town for 20 years at a gentleman's club? Your job is everything to you, right? Then you'll do everything you can to continue doing it.
Shut up. In our current economy, nobody's hiring.
There was no guarantee that your establishment was going to be open forever. It really wasn't a stable job. You should have changed jobs before.
Oh, don't say that to me just now.
Just now? I've been telling you so many times. But you didn't take me seriously at all.
I didn't think this would happen.
Then you were way too optimistic of the future for your own good.
Oh, don't say that you'll divorce me. Don't abandon me.
You also didn't seem to care about your responsibility to take care of Chantel. I'm sorry, but her and I have made up our minds.
We want to start a new life with the two of us. So like I said, we're drawing the curtains on you.
Oh, don't do this to me. Please.
Why don't you change jobs and your lifestyle? You should draw the curtains on your past self as well. After that, Tia hurried to her establishment to make excuses to the owner for the affair. But the owner didn't want to hear any of it, so she fired her anyway. The owner has been working in this industry for over 40 years, so she has a lot of influence in this town. It looks like Tia couldn't get hired in any establishment around as a result. She even tried some new places that the owner didn't have any influence over, but she was declined from them because of her age. She had no choice but to give up her night job and start working at Walmart. It sounds like she's just been scraping by, and with a job that she's not used to. Of course, our divorce went through. I thought it might be difficult to get custody of Chantel because we're not related in blood. But Tia quickly agreed to our negotiation, where I would get custody if she didn't have to pay child support. Chantel and I are getting along well without ever fighting. No matter how busy work gets, I always try to go to her school events. I'm doing my best to make Chantel happy. I want to give her the best life that I can,